Welcome back to a special edition of Simply Southern. As we continue to mark our 10th season, we're looking back over some of our favorite stories.
Now, we just saw Melissa's story on the Combat Park in East Tioga, and we've had lots of stories where we focused on the service of veterans as well as first responders.
Mary, I was fascinated by your story about the Firefighter Combat Challenge. Now, I've watched American Gladiators on TV, but those guys got nothing on these firefighters.
The people who competed in that event are amazing. Firefighters came to Montgomery from all around the world to take home the trophy that the Montgomery team had won the previous year. The competitive events mimic tasks that first responders have to do on a daily basis, but the small amount of time it takes them to complete those tasks, that is what's truly amazing.
When it comes to fighting fires, seconds matter. That was part of the motivation for firefighter Dr. Paul Davis when he created the Combat Challenge.
In essence, what we're doing is we're compressing, these sort of iconic essential functions into this insane competition. And it's not like firefighters couldn't do this, but the thing is, in how little time can you do it? And that's basically what makes it a contest.
The 2019 World Combat Challenge brought firefighters from 20 states, 6 Canadian provinces, and 13 other countries to downtown Montgomery. The location was selected in part because Montgomery Fire and Rescue won the 2018 challenge.
They make it look so easy. When the public comes out and sees them, they're just like, oh, because ESPN calls it the toughest 2 minutes in sports. And it looks kind of easy when you see it, but if you put on all this gear that can weigh 60, 70 pounds, and we've got people running this course and doing these tasks in a minute 20 or less, I mean, it's insane.
The Montgomery Fire Rescue guys have been really supportive to us over here. They've run the whole event and they've hosted us. But at the same time, there is a bit of competitiveness as they don't want to lose their cup and we want the cup.
Firefighters compete in groups based on age and gender. They may run the course individually, in tandem, or as part of a relay team.
I don't care if you know anything about firefighting, everybody loves relays. And these guys go at the speed of light. So the world record on the individual run is 1 minute and 14 seconds, and the relay is 1:02. And in every sense of the word, these are really world-class athletes.
Although it's an exhausting feat, competitors have lots of support from the crowd, and even their opponents.
It's a family atmosphere. Everyone wants everyone to do well and succeed. We're cheering on from the best to the slowest. It doesn't matter. If you're getting out there and you're putting forth the effort, then you're going to get cheered on.
The course obviously tests competitors' speed and strength, including grip strength, but they're also tested on safety. For instance, competitors are penalized if they miss a step as they descend the tower. To make it realistic and safe, firefighters compete in full gear.
Firefighting, there's no robots. It still has to get done by humans. And it's done in an environment without which your 3M Scott air pack, you would die. So you carry your own supplies. So this is one of the very few sports they bring their own air, as it were. Everything that you do in this business is encumbered. So your business suit that you're going to go to work in is almost 50 pounds.
Thanks to the fine folks at the Pelham Fire Department, I can attest to the extra weight they have to carry. While I'm happy to sit alongside spectators of the event, firefighters say competing provides a rush of adrenaline and accomplishment.
You really want to do well, for the pride of yourself, the department, and the guys that you're really training with. So there is a sense of nervousness to do well. But once you get on the course and start practicing, some of those nerves go away, but it just turns out to be a lot of fun, and after it's all over and done with, you're glad you did it, and it's something that you can go away with having a good feeling as a team.
You feel pretty happy. It's a bit of an accomplishment to finish it. You feel exhausted. Your legs are like big ice blocks that they can't really move that well, and you're really out of breath. But your team comes over and congratulates you, and you've had a good run, and you feel pretty happy.
We did a 5-person relay team. And again, we were kind of the non-calendar firefighters. We were some of the bigger guys in the department. So it was a joke at first, but then it got to be fun. And we actually qualified for Worlds. It's just a fun day, and I'll never forget it.
It's unimportant if you can do it 90 seconds or 3 minutes or whatever. The point is, can you do this? And essentially, that's rewarding in its own right to know that you've been tested.
I like what the guy was saying there at the end. It's not whether you can do it in 90 seconds or 2 minutes, it's whether you can do it at all. And I'm confident in saying, in my case, the answer is no way.
Me too. And they actually scheduled some NFL athletes to run the course. Tim Dwight, a punt returner for the Atlanta Falcons at that time, ran the course in 2 minutes, 4 seconds. But when all the other NFL athletes saw how wiped out he was at the end of it, they said they were not going to run the course.
Wow. I mean, that is just incredible, and it goes to show you what amazing work firefighters do. Mm-hmm. Well, that is a fitting end for this look back into the Simply Southern archives. Turning to the not-so-distant future, Stacy Little is up next with a recipe that you'll swear is Hamburger Helper, only better.
What we eat, what we wear. It all starts somewhere. And if it's good, it usually starts with a farmer. And that somewhere is right here in Alabama. In a field, in a barn, on a tractor. Right now, there's a farmer starting something good for all of us. And it all starts right here in Alabama.
Support healthy food from local farmers by purchasing a Farming Feeds Alabama license plate. The tag funds education and promotion efforts, including Ag in the Classroom, agricultural scholarships, and youth programs. Get your Ag tag today.
There's no such thing as downtime when you own a farm. This is your land. You tend it and try to get the most from it, no matter the weather or time of day. It's been that way for generations. And for generations, your local quality co-op store has been there for you, with a full range of agriculture supplies and services, from feed to fertilizer, seed to grain storage, and the right hardware for any application. You'll always find what you need, plus friendly, knowledgeable advice at your local quality co-op store. There's one near you.
For more Simply Southern, follow us on social media. And while you're online, visit our website, simplysouthern.tv.net. Simply Southern continues in a moment.
Sweet Grown Alabama, we just saw it as such an amazing platform to be able to market for farmers and small Alabama businesses.
Being a niche producer, a commercial mushroom laboratory, it's very important that we kind of get the word out about who we are. And Sweet Grown has been monumental in helping us do that.
I think just support your local community, your neighbor. That's the backbone.
Discover what's growing in your neck of the woods at sweetgrownalabama.org.